that's it. What were some of the greatest misconceptions you learned that people had about biracial people? That we're stuck up, I guess. That we don't want to be black, that we'd rather be white. That, those are them. Those are them. How did I get the idea to start the Mulatto Diaries? I watched Obama's race speech. And literally it was like something took over me and I was just compelled to speak. And I had recently acquired a computer that gave me the ability to just push a button and make a video and then push another button and upload it to YouTube, and then there it was. And it's been 6 months and I haven't stopped, and it's been so fulfilling for me. So when did I start taping my vlogs? It was March 18th, 2008. And do I remember what the first one was about? Yes, it was just about what Obama had said, and then in his race speech, and some thoughts that I had about that being biracial. I think. I don't like to watch these things over again. Yeah. What are some issues that you have raised in your vlogs that got a sharp response from your viewers? I'd say the biggest one was saying that my mom told me not to let black women play with, do my hair, whatever, because they were going to be jealous and mess it up. And whoa, the majority of people, black people, were offended by that. And then there's some monoracial black and some biracial people that said, my mom taught me the same thing, or I know that to be true, or because my experience has been this. So, yeah, but that was the first thing that was controversial, and I really didn't like that because it was like people judging my mom, and I didn't know what to expect when I started this, but I really didn't expect that, and I didn't expect haters at all. I was like, why would people be mean to people they don't know? But they are. What do I want to accomplish with my vlogs? I always say it's 3 things, and then I think of 2, and I'm like, what's the third one? The first one is biracial visibility, and I know a lot of people say that, but in the media, biracial people are everywhere, and that's all we see. When they want to have a black character or a black person in an ad, they choose a biracial person because they're prettier. And that's fine, but those are in ways that don't matter, and that speaks nothing of the biracial experience. In fact, it lends to one dropping because you're trying to sort of fill a quota, token black person, girl, boy, whatever, and you pick a biracial person, so that further seals the idea that that's a black person, when really what I want people to know is that I am as white as I am black, no matter what I look like. And biracial people that look white are as black as they are white, no matter what they look like. That's also subjective to your experience. Some people didn't grow up with both sides of their family, so it's just so broad. But anyway, so to tell our story in a way that matters, to talk about the issues, the thoughts, the feelings that we might have had. I am certainly not the spokesperson for all biracial people. But just to let people know what it's like being biracial, what it really is, and that it's not just being black, and that these are the things we face. And if you're interested in it, great. And if you're not, then don't watch. And it's nice for biracial people, I think, to see something like this. That's what I'm told by most of the biracial people that communicate with me. And I enjoy greatly listening to the Mixed Chicks Chat podcast, because it's just so wonderful to hear someone else talk about it, and it frees us up and it clears the air, and it makes it easier every day to stand up and say, no matter what anyone else believes, I know that I am black and I am white, and I am not black or white. That would be the first thing. The second thing is to sort of bridge the big space that I think there is between black and white people. It's really fantastic, and I know this is going to sound like I'm an Uncle Tom and really just want white people to watch my videos and like me, but to me this discussion, this forum, this movement doesn't work if black people, white people, and biracial people, and all the other people in between aren't thinking about this. You don't have to watch my vlogs and think about it. You don't have to listen to what I say, but it's one place, I guess, that you could. So yeah, to bridge the gap, because whites are on the top of the race chain and blacks are on the bottom, and everyone else falls somewhere in between. Pretty much depending on the shade of your skin, I think. What's the third thing? Well, no, I think that is 3. That's biracial visibility and a truthful depiction of what the experience is like, just in general. A place for biracial people to see themselves and hear their story told, and to chime in and say that's not how it was for me, if that's what you want to do, and being a bridge between the two. So that's what I hope to accomplish. Like, I don't want there to be boxes on forums. We shouldn't, it doesn't matter. Race is just something that was made up to keep division and to keep someone on the top and to keep someone on the bottom. It's just not right. Do you see this project continuing indefinitely, or having some sort of definitive close? I used to think, oh, I'm going to do this until I'm producing this documentary that I want to make, and then I'll probably stop the Mulatto Diaries, but I don't really see that happening in that way now, because for the film that I want to do, you know, documentaries can only be so long, and it's not going to be just focusing on me. So I just kind of feel like I'm going to have a lot to say for a while that's not going to be in a documentary that I make about the biracial experience. I hope to be using a lot of other people's experiences, and this is an ever-changing identity process for me. I honestly have to say that I still think of myself as black, and then I'm at a point where it happens quicker, and I'm more confident in the fact that saying that I'm biracial is the better, the more accurate, a truthful identity for me. But I'm growing that every day. So I don't see it having a definitive close. And that sounds so narcissistic. Like, I'm just going to keep on talking forever. How do I pick my topics? Usually I get inspired by something I've seen on TV, on someone else's vlog, walking down the street, something I've read. Do you ever feel vulnerable when you put yourself out there, knowing anyone and everyone can see your face and hear what you have to say? I feel vulnerable when I put myself out there. So I feel vulnerable because I know that chances are someone's going to say something mean. I don't really care about people that just throw insults around, but people who seem like really married to ideas of separation and whites are bad and blacks are inferior, and it frustrates me when people, and I mean clearly they don't recognize it as such, but I think, you know, I'm always praying before I do these things, and I'm always like, God, more of you and less of me. And anytime I think that my ego's in the way, I try to edit it out or not make that vlog or not post it. I have vlogs that I don't post because I don't see a point in it so much. So I feel vulnerable because I know people are going to say something mean. I might get my feelings hurt, and I'm going to get frustrated by people who are like, no, I'm holding on to these dark, small-minded beliefs, and I'm trying to get you on my bandwagon, and you're naive, and you're silly, and stupid, and ignorant, and dumb, and there is no such thing as biracial, and don't you know that all white people hate black people, and don't you know that all black people are inferior? And, you know, I say this kind of frequently. That's just not pleasing to God. I'm like, go toward the light, people. Don't try to cloud my light with your darkness.